Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Alright, we got war number 2 of the season, and you probably already know what's gonna happen in this war. Yeah, I died to Galan, and so I talked to FinTech about this, and he said that he hasn't taken a Galan on that node. Conflictor. Let me just quickly talk about this fight first. So this fight is Flow Knockdown, right back at it. Plus it's a conduit defender, which is a very bad placement, because whenever I knock him down, he's gonna go debuff immune. Plus I'm gonna get extra bonus, and you know, pretty easy fight. Alright, so I was talking to FinTech, and he told me that Tigra can do it possibly. I've also heard from a couple of other people who also told me that yeah, Tigra should work. They also told me that Rintra works. It's a long fight. You just use invul boost and you don't do any special attacks, I think, or maybe go for SP3s. But I think I will just be going for Punisher 2099 later. And real quick, so this Maw fight pretty easy with Torch. I'm not using pre-fights because then I have to use pre-fight on Magneto, which is the next fight. Alright, so I was dueling Galan, particularly on that Conflictor node. Well, I was dueling Galan, so particularly for the Conflictor node, I think with boosts and everything, he can take out 250k, maybe even 300k HP without him getting to his SP1. And even if he gets to his SP1, it's just like him getting 40 charges. So I can just throw 1 or 2 SP1s here and there to make sure that my charges aren't gonna go down. And yeah, internally I was just talking to the officers, and I think we've decided that if we see Galan over there, I'm gonna use Punisher 2099 because he seems to be so much safer. And I'm really excited to see Galan there once more, because people are kind of sleeping on Punisher 2099, and he is so useful. You guys might have already seen my video of rank for Punisher 2099. It's a 28, almost 30 minutes showcase. If you haven't, I would 100% recommend you guys to do that. I show a lot of BG fights. Well, I show a few BG fights. I show a lot of utility that he has. I show his damage. Okay, his damage isn't that much for medium fights like 300k plus or maybe 400k. His damage is not that good. But for shorter fights like 250k, yeah, like 200 to 250k, maybe even 300k, he is really good. Like in Battlegrounds, I was able to do about 180k HP in 60 seconds, and that's pretty impressive. That's pretty good damage. Alright, we got Terrax over here, and by mistake I pushed him to SP, or I got pushed to SP3. Now he's gonna have an Incinerate, and that's just gonna give him a lot of regen. So each hit that I connect, he's gonna regen like everything, because Conduit not only works for debuffs, but it also works for passive, so effects. So this fight just became a bit longer than it was supposed to, and over here I think I'm gonna go for SP2, mostly because I need to dump my power. I don't want to get him to get Kitty to another SP2 or SP3, because that's just gonna extend the duration of the fight. Terrax is a pretty simple fight over here. I'm pretty certain I'm gonna regen to max once again. I'm just waiting for him to throw that special, and there he does. And I think I go for SP2 right over here, I think. Yeah, there you go. I think this does it. Yep, that did it. So, awesome. Thank you. Thanks for coming, Terrax. And then we got this Nick Fury rank 4 on Combat Power Rate 2 and what is that called? Root node. So this is what used to be Mixmaster before. Now the reason, now I wasn't supposed to take this fight, but I asked the officer that if the guy who has rank for Omega Red, we needed someone else to bring another torch, so we could pre-fight the boss. Otherwise, I would have taken that with Kitty, and that becomes a little bit iffy. So I talked to the officer. I told him, look, Nick Fury, Kitty can do it very easily. Let me do this fight, and that way the guy who is running Omega Red, he doesn't need to bring Sabretooth, because he then only has to do Blade and I think someone else on Path 7. So they're both between 170 to 200k HP, and you know, he doesn't really need synergies for that. And we decided to do that. So that's why I'm taking Nick Fury over here. And I threw this in the block like an idiot, but I was lucky because I was still phasing. And you can see that I'm making quite a lot of mistakes over here. I'm so lucky that Nick Fury is still in his first phase. And this is the combat power rate 2 or whatever, so that's why he won't be pushed to SP3 that easily. My Kitty's not max sig. I think she's only 60 or something, so she's not really gonna get that much power. So yeah, that's why I don't really get. I need to take like a lot of hits into my phase to actually get pushed to SP3. But you know, there's no Kingpin. I have accepted that this season is just gonna cost me a lot of potion, so I'm just gonna do that. I'm not the best Kitty player, and it's not like you can just pick up a champion who needs to be played with a lot of, or you know, a champion who you need to play against, or how do I phrase this? A champion that you need to use against a lot of different opponents. There you go, because you know that comes with experience, and I'm not there yet. I still need to fight. I need to do a lot of fights with Kitty, and yeah. Therefore, I don't really think I'm the best Kitty player, and nobody can become the best Kitty player by just picking her up and, you know, playing with her for a week. You really need to face off against a lot of different opponents, a lot of different nodes to learn all those interactions. That's why I do say I'm the best Kingpin player, because I've been using only him in Alliance War since June of 2021. Maybe even, yeah, no, it's since June. I think I did take him to rank 3 in March, or I think in March. But I was still running like Kingpin, Magneto, and Torch until like June or something. Until I saw Suida just run. Alright, so over here, this is another thing that I don't really like about Kitty. And why I think Kingpin is a better option over here, because, you know, I usually do 2-hit combos and then I dash back and I try to intercept. But they have already started their dash back or their dash forward, and that actually doesn't show that I have enough distance to trigger my evade. Trigger my phase. I think that happens once again somewhere. I'm not sure. But yeah, over here I think I should have just played it safer. And I should have like parried until I got my prowess in order to actually go invisible or phase. And there I eat a few hits. Luckily Thor Ragnarok doesn't hit too hard, and he already threw a special attack, so he's not getting to his SP3. I think I have another fight with Kitty. Do I? I don't know what's the next fight. I totally forgot, honestly. So I think I'm not too worried about healing her up. I don't remember. I don't remember what's my next fight. But yeah, Thor Ragnarok. I think next fight is Nova. Let's see. Pretty much there. Go down. There you go. Alright, let's see what's the next fight. Sauron. Oh yeah, so I had to heal up. So that mistake actually cost me a bit. I don't know how many potions I put in, but yeah, I had to heal up to at least 90 plus, 95 even. I think it's Yeah, almost 95. No big deal. I mean, we gotta do what we gotta do. Simple as that. Alright, over here I need to make sure that I don't use my incinerate, because there's something about him that if you incinerate or bleed him when he's unblockable or he has his prowess or something like that, he will place a degen on you. And it's so funny, like every time I fight him in Battlegrounds I always dex his SP1. Even with Kingpin I actually dex his SP1, but I think I just had like what do you call it, sticky fingers, and I couldn't really dex him properly. But yeah, here he's gonna throw that SP2, pretty easy to dex, and then I think I get my phase up, and all I gotta do is make sure I stay away from his unblockable mode. And yeah, I cannot do that, I just need to be careful. Again, I take some hits on the block, but that's fine because I know this is my last kitty fight. I don't need to worry about that too much. And then here I just go for SP2 because that's going to be more than enough. Alright, the fight has come. The clip has come to the one where we die. So, Galan on Conflictor, I had the strategy of, using advanced power boost and just nuking him. Because I knew that he may not actually throw his special attacks, he may become stingy. And I will be proccing a lot of debuffs. So that's what I was worried about. And I'm trying to have him throw that SP, but he doesn't. And then there's a bug over here that I also talked to Fintech about. I blocked his SP2, it didn't do any damage to me, or it didn't inflict any incinerates. However, if I miss, if I hold my heavy, it's actually gonna do, it's so funny, I don't know why, what it's at. It actually places incinerates on you. And then over there, I totally forgot that Conflictor was off cooldown. So that's why I ate that. Which is what really cost me, because things are not going well, but they're not going too bad. So, but he is very stingy. He's like so freaking passive. He's not throwing his special attacks, and then I think I make a mistake here. I shouldn't have done that. Yeah. And then Conflictor triggered. Can't do anything about that, and I get him down to 50%. I was hoping he would dash in at me or something, but yeah, that's pretty much it for this fight. So from next time onwards, I'm just gonna bring Punisher 2099. He's not gonna give him any bars of power. He won't really be able to get to his harvest. There are no debuffs involved with Punisher 2099 because I'll be just going for SP1s, maybe one or two times, because actually, when I knock him down, it's gonna give him a debuff. So I may not just go for any special attack. Simple as that. Yeah, that would actually be much better. That's good that I thought about that right now, because yeah, I wouldn't have thought of that. But yeah, I think Galan is a pretty good placement on Conflictor. And I don't know why I did that. I think I'm just gonna go for SP2, yeah. And then I think I go for another heavy attack and into SP2, and that should be it, I think. Yep, there you go. So yeah, that's how we went. Alright, then coming towards the end of the war, we had someone place pre-fight on Doom for me. So I pop an invul just in case he gets to his SP3 somehow. I don't think he will, but just in case. Yeah, and there's really nothing much for me to do. I just need to make sure I don't knock him down. That's pretty much it. So I'm not too worried about him getting to his SP2. I can dex it fairly easily. but he's being pretty cooperative, and he's throwing his special attacks immediately. I think at one point I have to Dex. I don't know where it was. Maybe, nope, maybe I don't. Yeah, I think he just dies over here. Yeah, okay. Pretty quick 40-45 seconds fight, and then somebody else had a torch pre-fight over here, again for me, for Mephisto. So I just healed up. I just used like a few smaller potions because I have Invul. There's no way he can die even if I tank that SP3. So yeah, this is also going to be like a 50-second or 60-second fight, because you know Torch just goes crazy against Mephisto. There weren't any situations where I thought that I might die or something over here. He was pretty cooperative. I mean, it's a Torch fight. We've done him in Abyss of Legend, so there's nothing really difficult about this one here. Yeah, so I think that is gonna be it for the video. I really encourage you guys to watch that Torch video or that Punisher 2099 video. That's a lot of fun. You're gonna find out so many more unique things about him, so many more matchups that he can do. Can't recommend enough. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you next time. See ya.